Friends, family, fans. Yes. Welcome to another episode of Back Nine Bets. Episode 125. Harry Hall in the order of the Waste Management Phoenix Open. It's my flu game. Not doing okay right now. We are going to get through this though. Apologies for sounding. I try to start with like, hello, friends. But sounds more creepy than Jim Nance says it. So won't be doing that. But got the deep voice. I was fine yesterday. Knew I was getting sick because Mrs. Maniac was sick, and now here I am. We're going. We're doing this thing. It's the Waste Management. No shotgunning beers. We did that yesterday on the Fantasy Golf Degenerate show, and that's not the reason I'm like this. I knew I was getting sick before then. That's why I had to do it. So we're doing this thing. It's going to be great. We got Joanne. She needs help getting into the Discord. We're going to be getting there. We got some Discord people. What's going on, TJS? What's doing drapes? Wheels up, the winner of last week. I didn't even look to see who the winner was from last week. I'll have to go and check that out. I'm so sorry, guys. I'll have to do a double dose or something for you guys next week. I totally spaced out on that one. What's up, commentating nerd? And then, Sights, my man. Awesome. All right. So we're going to do this. Rocking and rolling. JD's in the Discord, telling the truth, baby. Go check out the Discord. Link in the description below. It's part of my Patreon package. It's where you get everything that you see on this thing. So you've got the model. You've got all of the bets that we've made. You've got the one and done tool. So if you want to take a look at some one and done options, you got this all over here for you. You can keep track of it as you're going along. We've got course history, comp courses for this all the different courses that I think are comps. As you can see here, we've got some data golf screenshots that tell you how predictive this golf course's course history is, quite predictive. So put that in there for you guys. My placement tool, we're going to be using that to kind of go through some bets tonight. We've got the matchup tool. We got some fun stuff. And then during the week, I've got a showdown for you guys. And there's no more course rotations, but we're good to go. So who the heck is Barry White? Is that some sort of commentator with a deep voice or something? But some bourbon tea and honey. Ooh, I think you're not far off with that one. I'm a fan. I think I need to. I've been drinking lemons and honey, which is really helpful at times. But yeah, the Model Maniac Patreon, link in the description below. You're getting everything that you can see along with the betting research tool that keeps getting updated every single week. As you can see, the top 5 market at Pebble Beach is currently up on the board. We don't want that. We want some waste management in the mix here. So let's just get that out of the way. Take a look at waste management. Click that button. Top 5 bets all time here. Scotty Scheffler, Nick Taylor, Seth Theegala, Nate Lashley winning only probably one of those bets though, but at very minimal investment. So some fun stuff. You can click on each name, see Nick Taylor's cashed out the last 2 times, all of that stuff. I knew this would be the case. It's not all the shotgun beers from last night. I knew I was getting sick before then. I had to take one for the team. It was a great show. It is what it is now. It's okay. This is how it goes. Yes, Sights. It's my second time you've been asked me now for the 3-ball matchup tool. So that's twice now. I'm down. Okay. Well, the third time, that'll be up for you probably next week. How about that? We'll try. All righty. Let's do this. I don't want to be filtered on safety. I want to be filtered on upside. As always, the show is brought to you by Bet105. Link in the description there below. Available in all 50 states. It's a crypto book, so you can do all of that everywhere. It's got the best matchup lines, -105. By the way, Boston Commons takes on LAGC today in TGL. -105 out there for Boston Commons. Tommy Fleetwood's first start in the Sim League. I think it takes a while to get used to this stuff, so maybe they get a little edge. And by getting such good odds at Bet105, I don't mind taking that coin flip. I think Rory's squad's got some momentum riding into the week. So that's what's going on over there. Let me hit this button over here to make some more space. I'm going to get myself into the screen. We're going to do some gallivanting here, as always. We got some bets. Let me take a sip of the magic remedy that Mrs. Maniac made me here. Yeah, Lee Hodges, what a disaster that was. Absolutely unbelievable. I feel so bad. He's showing up. his short game has just been insane right now. For someone that doesn't have that good of a short game, he's been putting really well. Let's get to some bets. Not going to be a long show tonight, obviously. I don't know if I got one in the tank for me. Starting off with the top 5 placement. Let's just top rope Scotty Scheffler. No need to do too much digging and diving in here. We can just type in Scotty. I mean, literally, he's the most profitable top 5 bet at this golf course in the last while. And if you take a look at Scotty Scheffler's overall top 5 market, it's just been incredible. Missed out on Pebble, BMW Championship. He was a bit injured, I think. Prior to that, it's pretty much every other's time. He's, just going on a tear. So if you take a look at this other screen that we have over here, you can actually do a much better job of seeing exactly what goes on. So we get the farmers out of there, go the last year. Take a look at this top 5 market for Scotty. It's been incredible. For the last two years, it's been even better. I mean, he's returned you $997 betting to win 100 every time you bet Scotty Scheffler in the top 5 market. So we're going to be doing that at -143, bet 365, tires paid in full. Scotty Scheffler, obviously, in an elite class amongst these people, these simpletons, peasants beneath him. But I put the power rankings over here as well so you could see. Let's just do this. So there's 4.1 power rating points between Scotty and Justin Thomas. So to get to 4.1, we got to find someone that's negative 0.1. And it gets us to Adam Svensson. So the difference between Scotty Scheffler and Justin Thomas is the same as the difference between Justin Thomas and Adam Svensson in the power ratings for me. So that's just how dominant Scotty's been. As you can see, at the top 5 market, top 10 markets, quite a lucrative market right now. I would be tempted to bet him -250 top 10 because that has been an absolute savage route for him. He's 85% of his finishes, 78% of his finishes have been inside the top 10. But I don't want to lay 2.5 units to win 1. I'd rather just lay the 1.4 on him to top 5 at a bit more risk. We've got off to a bit of a slow start to start the year with Adam Scott not just getting the top 20 for us last week, but that's okay. So I think we're going to just go with Scotty, top 5. Let's see what he can do for us, and off we go. Then we're going to go to our first outright of the card. Let's scroll up here to Seth Theegala. If you take a look at Seth, he's got the 3rd best course history. Kenny and I were arguing about who you should bet with course history and just blindly betting numbers. Kenny thinks it has to be in the hundreds. I'm cool auto betting Seth Theegala at golf courses that he plays well at 45-1 with 6 places each way. So I dropped all of these bets in the Discord on Monday morning. So some of these numbers are no longer available, but that's the perks of being in the Discord. Link in the description below. Is it going to hit? Probably not. But at least you're getting closing value, right? So that's what we're trying to do. But I think Sehit's got a good shot here this week. Hasn't been playing great, but hasn't been playing poorly. I mean, made the cut at the Sony, he's been making cuts. He's just had a few blow-up holes here and there. He's had a 3rd and a 5th around this golf course in the last couple of years. So maybe he's due for another clunker, maybe not. But I think he's one of the guys where the odds are really juicy on him because he plays so badly when he plays badly. So it skews up his strokes gained in a big way. But it's totally okay because the strokes gained total for him is 25th in this field. But if you take a look at like top 20 rates, let's just go with top 10 rates because that's very close for him. Like elite upside, he's like right up there. Here he is. Yeah. What's that? 12 people, 15. So like his top 10 upside is much better than his strokes gained total count. So that just kind of shows you quite easily what you are looking to get from Seth. You're not going to be getting consistency. You're going to be going, just a crazy situation there. So Golf God PGA on Twitter, love it, says, I'd rather take a flyer on Clanton in his form has been better and he likes Birdie Fest. Hey, at 45-1, you can take a flyer on both. I think Clanton's probably even higher than that. I like Clanton. I do. I don't know why we didn't go with him this week for any bets, but usually we've been doing a top 10 bet on Luke Clanton. Maybe we can take a look at that as things go along. But like I said, yes, so it's got insane good upside in the top 10 market there. And we're going to take advantage of that, hopefully, this week, taking Sahith in one and done as well. I feel like that's a risky move. Take someone that can win this thing. So potentially, I don't know. We'll see what he can get up to. I think it's a sneaky option. It's very aggressive, and we're going from there. Joe Idoni saying hello, friends. On X, I just broke my heart when he debuted here. I know. What a crazy finish that was. Like he's owed a win here. And then last year, he was the only one from the bad weather to be in the mix. So he's just had like bad break after bad break at this golf course. So at some point, it's going to come through. Maybe he doesn't have to be playing the best for that to happen. So 45-1, 6 places a piece. Hopefully he knocks out that top 5 for us, get paid there. And our other guy comes along and wins this thing, who is Nick Taylor at 70-1 when we bet that yesterday at a nice juicy number there, just like this potato fry, this sweet potato fry with honey mustard. It's very tasty, by the way. Nick Taylor playing good golf right now. Not going to be graded the best in the model, not going to lie to you. But we'll pull up Nick Taylor's stuff here, and you're going to see some good finishes recently, and you're going to see some good finishes at this golf course. So scrolling all the way to the right of this model that you can get to yourself if you join the Patreon in the link in the description. Nick Taylor's a winner here. Won it last year. Lost to Scotty Scheffler in 2023. Prior to that, it's been a complete disaster. Maybe that happens again this week. But we've got a 33rd place at Pebble, 12th at the Amex, and he's the winner of the Sony. So we've seen Nick Taylor win these tournaments, and his game seems like it's okay. So going at this golf course, Nick Taylor does his thing. I did some awards for strokes gained per round last year, and Nick Taylor was the 5th best strokes gained putting performance in round 1 here at the Waste Management in the last 20 years. So there's only been 4 other people that have putted better than Nick Taylor did in round 1 here last year. He gained like 7.5 strokes or something ridiculous. Incredible round. And I think his total round for strokes gained, like the best round ever, it's the 12th best round in the last 20 years. So he's got elite upside at this golf course. And I felt like 70-1 was a very fair number, almost too fair for someone that wins like he does. So I said on the Fantasy Golf Degenerates show that I feel like I'm showing up to the party late with these guys, chasing them after they've had a win. But when you still keep throwing out a number like this and he's been playing okay, I'm down. Give me Nick Taylor at 70-1. This guy's putting is insane when he gets in the mix. His upside is incredible. I mean, look at this. He's basically his only profitable market is the win market. He's won you $177 in the last little while. So Nick Taylor's right up there doing his thing. Very impressive stuff. That includes, I believe, the I don't know. I'm losing my mind. But yeah, I mean, Nick Taylor's got some really good wedges going on. Not the greatest from the 150 to 200 mark that we're going to be looking for, but that doesn't matter. We don't know why Nick Taylor plays well. He just does. He just does great stuff. Puts his lights out. Let's freaking go. So Golf God asks, are Scotty's chances winning better than 1/3? Probably. That's why I'm betting him. I mean, he seems like he's so dominant right now. That gap in power rating is just incredible. It's just so superior. My only concern with him is just a little bit of rust. I mean, he hasn't had the perfect lead in to the year. I don't know how much preparation he needs to play well, but you never know. You know, the thing is, we're going to have to like decide. The ownership is going to be insane with him. I think DFS wise, it's going to be really tricky to navigate those markets. But I don't mind him. Like I said on the FGD show, if you want to just bet him with 3 or 4 places each, like 3 places each way, get 4-1, you're going to be sweating that probably. Just like you're going to be sweating the top 5. So I like the top 5 in a big time market for old Scotty Scheffler. Next up for us, we're going to go to Andrew Novak, 90-1, 6 places each way. What on earth is that about? Andrew Novak, this dude, same situation, playing good golf right now. He is got some good course history, all things considered. He's only played here once, finished 8th here. So we've got a solid finish at Pebble. We've got a solid finish at the Farmers. Top 3 at the Farmers, 13th at Pebble Beach last week, and he's got a finish of 8th place here in 2024. This is one of the most predictive courses of success on the PGA Tour. There's like one or two other. Augusta is basically the only one that has more predictability. Finished 8th here last year, and the last 2 starts have been a 3rd and a 13th. We're getting a 90-1 on this guy. Let's go. This is the way to go with him. I'm getting excited about him. I'm dying, people. I'm dying. Okay. So 8th place finish last year, 3rd at the Farmers, 13th. You're getting the gist here. Incredible, good golf from this guy. I think we're also going to do a top 20 on him at plus 250. He's been doing great. Look at this. $529 returned. That's insane. That's insane. It's so good. So at this kind of price, we're going to him. He's finishing inside the top 20 at a 41% clip. What does the placement tool tell us if we go to that for Andrew Novak? It's a massive edge. It's almost a 2-unit bet that we'd make here to win 2 units. So if you take a look at Andrew Novak's top 20 rate, 41%, a plus 260 bet, a plus 250 bet implies it happens 20%, 28% of the time, 29% of the time. We know he's finishing in top 20 at a 41% clip. And he's playing great golf now. Great stuff. Andrew Novak, let's go. This is incredible golf from the man. So I think he's going to be top 5 for us. He's going to be top 20 for us as well, along with the outright, with the each ways there. So we got Andrew Novak on the card doing his thing. Yeah, Andrew Novak's playing some amazing golf. Absolutely amazing. Just can't get it over. That's why I take the places in the top 20. I'm totally cool with that. And also, it's 90-1. Then you get some really good each way places on that too. So it's not like that big of a deal. At some point, he might stumble into a win. You never freaking know. He's at least flirting with the top of the leaderboard, which, some people that people are getting really excited about don't necessarily do, but even though they're super consistent. Hashtag Taylor Pendrith. We can chat about him at some point. Then we're going to go with Charlie Hoffman, my man. I took a selfie with him at the President's Cup. Charlie Hoffman, solid course history, solid recent form. There's a lot to like about the Seagull out in the west area over there. So his last 2 starts at this golf course, he finished 2nd, lost to Nick Taylor in the playoff, and then 14th in 2023. He had a 25th place finish at the Farmers and a top 5 at the Amex. I think the Amex is a little more closer to what we can expect this week than the Farmers, and he still played really nicely. Charlie Hoffman at the Farmers? Are you serious? Top 25? That course doesn't fit him at all. So, playing great golf right now. I love what Charlie Hoffman's up to. 100-1, 6 places each way. Boom chakalaka, Bob's your uncle. Next person we're going to, I'm not going to dive deep into that one. It's pretty simple. Recent form, great course history. Lost in the playoff here last year, 100-1. What the heck is that about? Let's take a look at Thurston Lawrence, who isn't going to necessarily show up in any of our metrics outside of the Farmers when we literally bet him in the Discord that the day after round 1, and then everyone just got blown off the course in round 2. So that our betting history on Thurston's not the greatest. But on the DP World Tour, we've got metrics for betting for the DP World Tour guys in here, by the way, people. So as you can see, he's a prolific earner on the DP World Tour. He wins. He's lost you $3 in the last little while. That's okay. It means he's a winner. You know what I'm saying? He's won a few times. Top 5s, top 10s, top 20s. He's the 50th golfer in the world on OWGR. He's 250-1. That doesn't make any sense to me. He just randomly wins at 250-1. What are we doing here? He's a good putter, keeps his ball in the fairway. He's a great golfer. He finished top 4 at the freaking Open Championship, and we're pricing this guy at 250-1 after he just finished 3rd, I think, or 2nd on the race to Dubai. What are we doing? This makes no sense. So let's go ahead and put Thurston on the card. I think he's a sneaky option at $6,700. I don't think he'll be super owned either. Let's go, baby. Let's freaking go. All righty. Next up on the betting card, this is the People's Open. I'm trying to click names here. Darbo saying yo, yo, yo. Stevie G in the house with the beers. Yes, I would be drinking a beer with you, but not tonight. With emphasis on off the tee, or at least this place is drive heavy. I don't know. I think the difference with Torrey and this place is the rough. Like, you can blow it anywhere you want and probably you can still stop a club from 180 on the green out of this rough, maybe. Torrey, you stuck. That's the hard part. It's like the rough is so much thicker and it's more penal being in it than over here. So I don't necessarily know. I think it's a weird different situation as well, because you can't be like super off line here. Whereas Torrey, you can just blow it anywhere. And then as a result, you're just whacking it from that rough out of that. So this week, you need a bit more precision off the tee. You can't be going super skew because there's water, there's cactuses, there's rocks, there's fans, drunk people. That could be a temporarily immovable obstruction if someone's passed out in the rough. So there's a lot going on. Yes. All of that stuff. Playing Thurston in DFS. Wheels Up saying, how does Super Bowl's proximity impact noise? Are they playing in Vegas, or where are they playing? I thought they're not even in Arizona anymore. And what strategies can be used or not used to approach this unique week for DFS? I think obviously DFS is taken care of by Thursday. The Super Bowl's on Sunday. So maybe some live bets on Sunday morning as the golf's going on. You can potentially catch a few books sleeping, but all of these books have so many algorithms and things, like it's not going to, they get the shot link data before we even get it. And it's just impossible to beat them in that capacity. So I don't really know if there's going to be that big of a deal with those kind of markets. All right, friends, let's go ahead here and do a quick giveaway. And I'm going to pull up a comment here for us. Where is it? All right, in this field, it's going to be a quick, easy one, hopefully. In this field, who's been the best top 20 bet dollar-wise to win $100 every time they played? Who's returned the most in the top 20 market? First person that's not in the Discord to reply with the correct name gets into the Discord for a month. I appreciate you guys. And as always, this is the time and the part of the show where I tell the people watching in replay, whoever finishes last, which I still need to go and find. You know what? I might even be able to just pull that up right now as I'm asking all of these questions and give away that Discord link. You're going to be wanting to look at people that have done. I'm lying. I'm just talking a whole bunch of nonsense right now. I'm trying to find my show while I'm doing this quickly. And I'm now playing back my own show through this whole situation. What a disaster this is. But I'm not seeing any. It's Nick Taylor. No. It isn't Tony Finau. He's not playing this week. I think Steve always comments the guy that's never playing. Usually always very right. By the way, Tony Finau is the number one guy when it comes to top 20 betting in the last 13 months or so. TJs, you should know this. If you're in the Discord, you should know exactly what's going on. Wheels Up says JT. It's not. I will give you a quick hint. He's been spoken about already. I left you a golden Easter egg at some point, and you guys are not necessarily paying attention to it. So while I go ahead and look at the winners from last week's show, we got some comments that I'm finally pulling up here. 17 of them. Look at you guys go. So it's Woodland, Seabears, Brendan Todd. I think that's the one, right? I think Brendan Todd is definitely the person that finished the worst the last little while. Max Grieseman, not. Steve finally realizing that he's committed multiple sins multiple times. Hey, Steve, if you're good at something, just keep doing it, my brother. Lean into it. If you're the best at picking out the best top 20 bet that's not in this field, go for it, baby. It's not Theegala. It's the only top 20 bet that I've given out so far, people. So now it's just a paying attention question, not even a trivia question anymore. Pulling up AT&T Pebble Beach here real quick to make sure that Brendan Todd was the last place guy. Yes, he was. Outside of Griesemann and Aberg, who WD'd. So were there Griesemann and Aberg situations? Kevin said Iceberg. I don't know about that. I mean, he WD'd. So Kevin, I think, might land up winning this one. Even though Brendan Todd did finish last and 2 people said it. So you guys aren't reading the rules here. Kevin Icekant, my brother. Iceberg, let's go. You're in. JD, my man, saying Novak. He's our guy. Let's take a look here. If we take a quick peek at the best guys in the field for these different bets. Remember, I had the top 20 bets up here a little bit ago. Let's get in this field. Seamus Power, all time. We're also going to get this over here. So you click a few of these buttons, and voila. Andrew Novak shows up at the top since 2024, 2025. He's been incredible. He's been absolutely incredible. My dog is barking in the background. I don't know what her deal is. I fed her already. Stop, please. We've got Novak over here at $600. Tom Hoge, the golden child, at $497. Billy Horschel, Maverick McNeely, Luke Clanton, Keith Mitchell, Seb Straka, some good names in this mix here. Some names we're betting a lot. So we will take a look. Novak is the guy. JD, there's a link to the Discord in the description below. Click that link. We'll get you in if you're not. I think, aren't you already in there? We'll have to take a look. But Kevin, you are the winner of last week's. If you heard it somewhere in the middle of this shit show, I'm so sorry. So that's what's going on with Andrew Novak. We just bet the guy. Remember? Placement tool. If we go over here, Andrew Novak, he's got an incredible top 20 rate at 41% of the time. That's really, really impressive. So Keith's right up there, but not necessarily the guy. In fact, you know what? Let's just go ahead and say that we are going to be betting Keith Mitchell for a top 20. Keith Mitchell, one of the better top 20 bets there is out there. He's also played really well at this golf course in the past. So there's a lot to like about the killer Keith, who's not so killer after all. He finishes inside the top 20, top 40, a lot more than he does top 10, top 5. As you can see, yeah, it's not nearly close. Usually I like to see a graduated progress for a golfer. If you 6% top 5 rate, you should be 12% for a top 10 rate, and then 24, 25% for a top 20. He just jumps all the way to 35% for the top 20. So it's not even like proportional. And if you take a look at the bets that we placed on him, it's not going to even tell us that we've got the edge for Keith Mitchell's 2 top 5, top 10 bets is negative when we've got a 13% edge for his top 20 bet, because you can see the percentages, you can see the implied probabilities from the bets, and Keith Mitchell's plus 250 for a top 20 over at BetMGM, Bet365, DraftKings, whichever book you can find the best top 20 market for this dude. I think it was BetMGM. He's going to be your guy. Great top 20 bet. We've seen Keith Mitchell right in the mix here. I mean, we click on his stuff. We've been all over him at the perfectly wrong time. We were on him at this golden period over here where we were getting a lot of green from the Keith Mitchell clan. And then it just turned into a disaster. We lost a full unit at the Black Desert. We lost, I think, another unit at the Shriners. And then we called it quits because we just didn't think he had it in him. And then he played okay. If we take a look at what he got up to this year, it's not like he missed out on those top 20 bets that much. It was just more so a scenario where we can go by safety now and see him pop up a lot quicker. If you take a look at Keith Mitchell's recent form, it's not a bunch of 99s from 2024, which was bad. That's not good. It's a 21st place finish at the Amex when we had 2 units riding on that, and then a 30th and a 33rd. So he's right in the mix. And then if you take a look at what he's got up to here, in the last 5 years, 3 of his finishes have been top 20s, last year included. So there's so much to like about Keith Mitchell in the top 20 market. Plus 250, smash that bet. Let's freaking go. As you can see, it's the only bet he's been profitable in that market. So you can get you're going to get all this information in various capacities. You get this tool that's in the Discord. You can actually use the model to figure out, okay, where the bets have been the most profitable. You can use the Maniacs placement tool to see this stuff. There's so much cool shit here for you guys. That's what's going on. Kevin, if you just showed up, by the way, you were the winner of last week. You chose Ludwig Oberg as the DFL guy, and I think you nailed it, by the way. So hit the link in the description for the Discord. Get yourself in there. Congrats on being the winner. I expect everyone else to comment after the show in replay who's going to finish DFL. Get yourself a month in the Model Maniac Discord with, if you want to get in right now, the link's also downstairs below. And Steve G, he knows. He knows. He knows. Hit the like button, baby. Hit the like button. All right, let's keep along, scooting on, doing our thing, chatting that jazz. Sam Burns, top 10. My dog's barking outside. Not my problem right now. Let's pull in Sam Burns here. And then you know what? I'm not even going to use the tool. I'm just going to show you a quick little Sam Burns nugget. We just pull up his stuff here. Actually, we just go this way backwards. Let's go top 10s in this field. Let's see what they've been up to. And boom, there's Sam Burns. Don't even have to go looking, typing his name in. He pops up as one of the more prolific top 10 bets to have made in the last 13 months to win $100 every time he plays. And as you can see here, he went 3 in a row from the FedEx St. Jude, the BMW Championship, and the Century. And then kind of came out that American Express didn't quite get it done, and then Pebble didn't quite get it done. But they weren't terrible finishes. He just didn't knock it out. We take a look at what those finishes were. At Pebble, it was a 22nd place, and then at the Amex, it was 29th. So he's not missing it by a lot. Unfortunately, we had bets on him both times, and as a result, we are deep in the hole this year. We've had so many close calls with these kind of stupid-ass bets where we just haven't had the breaks go our way. This week, it's going to happen. As you can see with Sam Burns, you want to bet him in the top 10 market in a big way. So we're going to be doing that. Then we're going to be doing some Sung J M top 20 betting. Take a look at Sung J's betting profile over the last little while. That's got some nice top 20 potential. There it is over there. 364 doll hairs. If you've bet him in that market, it's the most profitable of the 4 that you can find Sung J M in. If you take a look at his own, like his finishing rates, finishes inside the top 5 about 20% of the time, but he finishes inside the top 20 half the time. So we love that from Sung J. He's the 3rd ranked golfer in the field. We've got 3 top 20s from him at this golf course in the 5 starts that he's played here. And we've got a couple top 20s in the last starts. 3 of his last 4 starts have been top 20s. So a lot to like from Sung J. He's doing his thing. Plus 100 at BetMGM for Sung J M. Darbo saying, I think this needs to be a non-WD DFL. Otherwise, Max McGreevy is my choice, just WD'd from a hand injury. You can't pick a guy that's, from the previous week? I don't know. I guess maybe we can come up with some rules. I think it makes sense that if you didn't finish the tournament, you definitely finish last. If that makes any sense. I don't know. Are you talking Max Griesemann? Darbo, you need to get your maxes together, my brother. You're mixing and matching. You're mixing and maxing right now. You need to get it together, bro. You need to get it together, bro. All right. Sung J M, top 20. Let's go. I think that's the way we want to rock and roll in the top 20 market with him. Then as you can see, let's just click on more names that have white numbers around, white lettering. We're going to go Harry Hall, top 20. Harry Hall finished 44th year, 41st year last year. That's okay. In his last couple starts since the Shriners, 9th, 13th, 14th, 8th, 10th, 21st. Then we finally freaking land up betting him top 20, and he finishes 58th at Pebble. Loses us some bets over there as well. So I think we're going to go back to him here this week. Solid course history, 41st in his first debut appearance. He's a Las Vegas guy. I think he's solid with the desert golf. We're going to be doing our thing. Darbo finally realizing how stupid he is. Also, go check out Darbo's Sweet Spot DFS on YouTube. He's a very smart guy when he's on his own show. comes into the Model Maniac chat here and starts losing his stuff. Brendan Todd was the player dead last, but I think Ludwig was closer to being dead than Brendan Todd was, Joanne. So I think, I don't know. It's a technicality. I think Ludwig was the first person to WD. I feel like he should be the first person to be dead last. But I think going forward, whoever just finishes last, you have to finish in last place in order for it to qualify going forward. Just to clarify that. Ooh, Harry Hall, as we're chatting about, look at that freaking top 20 track record there. But again, his best finish in that stretch of absolutely consistent golf was a 8th place. So it's not necessarily like high upside situations here. And you can see top 5s and win markets for Harry. Obviously, the win market, I think he won an alternate event, so that's not included in here. But no top 5s for Harry in the last 12 months. I know there's an alt win in there, so that's what's going on. But if you take a look at this top 40 rates, he's not playing in the signature events. He's finishing inside the top 40 61% of the time, and then inside the top 20 40% of the time. So he's an absolute smash play in the top 20 market, and we're getting him at plus 275 at BetMGM. I love that for us. Tom Hoge, T20 Hoge, should have gone to our tried and trusted last week at Pebble Beach. He's our guy. If you take a look at his top 20 market share, he's returned you $400, betting to win $100 every single time you bet him in the top 20 market. He's lost you money in the top 5 market as well because he doesn't finish inside the top 5 more than 4% of the time, but he finished inside the top 20 33% of the time. So that's a lot to like from the Hogester. He's into the teens. If you get that reference, you get the reference. If you don't, you don't. All righty. Taking a look at his recent form, 8th at the TOC, 17th at Pebble, 29th at Amex, when we were on him as well. Didn't quite get it done, I don't think. So what are we doing? We don't know. He doesn't know. Nobody does. But we've got some solid finishes here, 17th, the 14th, the 25th, split either side of some missed cuts at the Waste Management. So I don't mind old Thomas Hoge if he's playing some good golf, entering the week at plus 250. Spoke about Andrew Novak, top 20 already, plus 250. Now we're in the top 40s, baby. We're in the top 40s. These are the boring bets. These are the ones that make us buku bucks. They're on like all negative odds for the most part. And I love it. I freaking love it. If we go over here, filter on some top 40 names, we should see them quite shortly. And the number one guy up top is Minwoo Lee. Minwoo Lee finishing inside the top 40 at a 78% clip is insane. I'm going to pull up Minwoo Lee's data golf profile real quick for you so that you can see what's going on. And in the last 20 starts for Minwoo Lee, we've got 17 top 20s, I think. So 1, 2, or top 40s. We're betting him top 40. And this isn't even him. That's Ben Griffin. We're talking Minwoo Lee. Minwoo Lee, top 40s since the Masters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 of the last 17, whatever. You see what I'm saying, though? Look at all these top 40 bet finishes that he's been cashing for us the last little while. I can't count. I'm sick. It is what it is. I've done enough accounting today. So I think Minwoo Lee top 40 is just incredible. I mean, outside of the T2 that he had at the Rocket Mortgage, he's hardly ever been in the mix to win a tournament. So I don't think he's necessarily an upside DFS play, but I'd definitely go with this guy for top 40 bet. We're going to go with him in that market. Then we're going to go ahead and find some more bets over here. We already put Ben Griffin up there. Let's talk about Ben Griffin. Ben Griffin should show up here pretty shortly when it comes to the top 40 market. Not necessarily, but we get some really solid odds on the man. And here he is, the top 40 rate of 60%. He's got some really solid comp courses. He's got a very impressive third round metric when he makes it there. He's got a 28th place here last year, and we've got a couple of top 40s back in 2024 and a 7th place at the Amex, which was nice to see. So we're waiting on some better finishes from him this year. I think we can expect something from him over there. I think at the Sony he was playing. I think we bet him. I don't think we bet him top 40 at the Sony. You know what? Using the bet tracker, let's go ahead and look here. We can figure this all out. So we can select all, clear all, go to Sony quickly, and see. Actually, we just pull in Ben Griffin. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just clicking the wrong buttons now. All right. So we're going to go golfer Ben Griffin here. Ben Griffin door. Oh, man, I was excited for some Harry Potter references. So here's the first one, 40 minutes in. We can go through the sorting hat here and figure out what's going on. All you Harry Potter fans. In the comments below, let me know. What's your favorite Harry Potter movie? Mine's the third one. Big fan of the third one. Currently re-listening to the book again right now as I go to bed at nighttime. Ben Griffin, bet him at Pebble Beach, bet him at the Waste Management. So we haven't bet him prior to this year. That's good to see. We would have lost that one at the Pebble already. So tough scene. What was the bet? Oh, it was a 3-ball. Let us down in that department. So this is the first placement pre-tournament we made on the Grifter. Gryffindor's Lion Man doing his thing. Hopefully he can get it. Show some courage, show some bravery, and bring home a top 40 for us at minus 105. By the way, the Minwoo Lee top 40 bet was to win 2 units. Another one bites the dust. Kurt Kitayama, top 40. Take a peek at his situation right over here. We've got Killer Kurt in a top 40 market that is so prodigious. 63% top 40 rate, 24% top 20 rates. Not very good, Bob. Every time he's finishing inside the top 10, it's also a top 20, obviously. So he's basically doing that simultaneously. Every time he's inside the top 20, it's a top 10. So when he does pop, he pops a little bit, but not often. He does the best work for us in the top 40 market. Incredible returns in that department, and I think we're going to be going to him again. You take a look at what he's got up to here. 8th, 23rd in his 2 appearances at Waste Management. And then we've got a 37th in the last couple starts at the Sony. Cashed us the top 40 there. I don't think we bet him either side of this. Let's go take a look. Kind of just doing a little walk down memory lane here right now to see what these guys have done for us. So, yeah, he cashed us a solid bet. I mean, he came in clutch for us. He could have easily not done that. I think it was a close call too. So, Kurt Kitayama, solid top 40 bet. We got 2 units off of the guy last time he teed it up at the Sony. So, we're hoping he can do it again for us this week. If we type in Kurt Kitayama's situation here in the placement tool that you can find in the Discord or the Patreon, which are both linked in the description below, the implied probability of a minus 125 bet for Kurt is 56%, but he's finishing inside the top 40 at a 63% clip. 17% edge, especially when his safety ranking in the model is 18th. We know how good he is when he just comes to consistency, so we're going to be going to him there. Almost got to him for 2-unit bet, but we're just going to be placing the 1. As always, we're going to have to take a quick peek at Bet 105. I have a Bet 105 matchup for you guys that I was in the mood for. I was using my Maniac matchup tool to type in all the Bet 105 matchups that are out there. And let's take a quick look at the comments before we really get going here. Wingardium Leviosa. Yeah. Phil asking, please give me a case not to fade Scheffler. I'm so close to just going 5% Scotty and sending it. You know what, Phil? This is like, it's weeks like this that you defined as a man. If you don't play Scotty, you're probably going to have to only go up against half the field. I mean, we could expect these ownership numbers could be insane. Probably pushing 40% this week. I think it's going to be quite a popular play. I think he's also maybe a little rusty. This might be the week to fade him before he really gets his groove back. Wasn't really striking the ball amazingly around Pebble. Saw him a couple holes hit himself into the trouble, like badly. Stuff he doesn't typically do in very calm conditions. So I don't know. I bet him top 5. It makes, if you don't think he's rusty, I don't know why you would fade him. He's just so consistently good. I don't know. All right. So we have a couple matchups here at Bet 105. And As you can see, it's minus 110 across the board for most of them. If you take a look at all the different golf sites, you're not going to be finding matchup odds that are any better than this. So we're going to click on the PGA Tour here, get ourselves zoomed in. We've bet ourselves our little 1 unit on the Boston Commons. Let's get this out of the way. And then I'm going to find a matchup here that I really fancy. And it's actually all the way at the bottom. And exactly what I was hoping for happened, because there's a specific way I want to address this stuff. By the way, link to the site is in the description as well. First time people get a $25 free bet over there, available in all 50 states. Justin, what were we talking about, Joe? I need to just type in a name because there's so many goddamn matchups. I'm struggling to find it. Yeah, it is. Okay, so Sam Burns versus Tom Kim. This has switched sides a touch, I think, since I plugged them in, or was Sam the favorite? Okay, I didn't change the numbers. So Sam Burns, minus 115 over Tom Kim. If you take a look at our betting tool for the tournament-long matchup odds, we're getting a solid value here of 143, which I typically go to if it's like in the 90s and above. I smash that bet because Sam Burns has been ultra consistent and Tom Kim has not been very consistent. So I don't want to take a bet. The beautiful thing about Bet 105 is you can go ahead and find yourself getting plus money odds by taking a handicap against the golfer. So instead of playing at minus 115, we're going to bet the same exact amount on Sam instead of like betting the 30, what would that be? 34.50? No. At minus 115, how would you get to that? It would be 31.50? No, 34.50. There we go. So we're going to bet the 34.50 on the minus 1.5 here. And the logic behind this, you know what? I'm just going to bet the 30 to win 34.50. Why are we going to place this bet is because Tom Kim is just not nearly consistent enough, in my opinion. He's going to be up, like if he makes the cut, maybe he's beating Sam this week. And Sam has to beat him by 2. But I'm going to just take the better odds and hope that Tom misses the cut, because then you're getting some plus money odds on a matchup that's very much dependent on safety and cut equity. So I want to really hammer this home here, and I'll pull these two guys up. So we'll pull up Sam Burns, zoom out a bit. Jesus, like at a goddamn optometrist office here. Let's get Sam Burns in here. Okay, and then we're going to get Tom Kim in here. And I'll pull up some side-by-side stuff for them. So as you can see, Sam obviously struggled here in the past. Tom's played okay at this golf course too. But his lead up to this has been pretty poor. Outside of the 7th place at Pebble, we've got a miscut at the Amex, a miscut at the Shriners, where he's won before, and a 65th at the Sony. I don't know if Tom was just running on TGL juices last week, but his made cut percentage is 74%. Him and Sam Burns played in very similar tournaments last year, and Sam's made cut is 90%. So the top 40 rates as well. Like Sam is inside the top 40, 74% of the time. Tom is only inside the top 40, 50% of the time. So there's massive edges on the overall safety. When you get to the top 5 market, it gets a little closer, obviously. Tom's a bit more volatile, but Sam's a lot safer. That's why I really like that minus 1.5 bet. So Sam has to beat him by 2 strokes. If Tom misses the cut, Sam makes the cut, that bet cashes, boom. You don't even have to worry about it. Are we getting too cute? I don't know. Yeah, I think we're getting, you know what? Screw it. No, let's just not make dumbass mistakes like that. There's no reason to get this cute. Let's just bet him this way and go with it. That is the general philosophy. I completely just backtracked on everything I just wanted to say, but I think this is the way you want to go about betting it. So we're going to just bet him straight up. If he beats him by 1 stroke now, we're good to go. We got off to a bad start. We're not going to be messing with this kind of bullshit early on in the week. So Bet 105, check out all the matchups over there. You've got all sorts of fun stuff. Always fun hitting a backspace button on your computer live on stream. but I was ballsy enough to do that because, this is a professional situation. I don't be doing nasty stuff on my computer. You save that for yourself. Just kidding. Alrighty. So take a look here. You got all these freaking matchups. If you got a mood to get into, you got matchups for days. You can do miscut equity matchups. You can do all sorts of stuff. If we go through what I had for other matchups, freaking X, sheesh, Mackenzie Hughes. So Corey Connors over Sepp Straka. I don't want to bet that one because the model hasn't caught up to Sepp. I need to readjust his stuff. He just showed up playing great golf. And that's what the hard part is about betting early in the year, is there's been so many changes. The data that I've been using, I've been unlucky with some bets, but at the same time, the data is also fresh. You're having to react so much quicker. What information should you react to? What information shouldn't you? It's a really weird situation. So Taylor Moore over Sam Stevens last year would have been a smash bet. Sam Stevens has shown up all of a sudden now. Like, he's playing some really good golf. Not going to be playing that bet. So you got to be careful. The model pays attention to like long run metrics a bit better, but you always got to take a look. This was like a minus 300 bet, by the way. So that's not necessarily anywhere we want to be looking at. Other bets, Mackenzie Hughes over CT Pan is probably a way we want to look at getting there, but I don't like Mackenzie Hughes' desert track record. My dog is driving me insane tonight. Insane. Please, Pepe, relax. All right, comments time. Boom shakalaka, Bob's your uncle. Yes, I'm a spicy little meatball today. I'm sick, Darbo, so I got to go. Jaden Hurts, anytime TD with the Scotty top 5. Solid. Get the little tush push in there and the Scotty push in there. I fancy that. I was thinking a Scotty win and a Patrick Mahomes MVP. If you can find a book to do that, not the worst idea either. We can talk first round leaders now. Easy here in a bit. Once I just touch up on the chat, on the pulse showing up. Let's go. Yes, if you're going to do Scotty, you probably just got to lock his ass in for the most part. That way you're just going 5v5 if he lands up winning this thing. Perfect. Let's go. So you're in. Oh, God, I'm going to do it. You decided. All right. So, hey, there's two different ways to go about it. You either lock Scheffler in or you fade him. You never freaking know what happens this week. You never know what happens. It's freaking Arizona. I think so. If he doesn't make top 10, we automatically beat. I don't know about that, but you're definitely beating a lot more people, if he's outside the top 10. So bet Scotty the top 5 minus 143, and then just leave him in the DFS world. That's probably, I might just bet him, dude, 50%. I don't know. We're going to see what the ownership projections are tomorrow. I'll be dropping that in the Discord. I wouldn't go Burns either, because remember, I saw Burns' top 5 market isn't very profitable because he just doesn't finish inside the top 5 much. Like, top 5 only 16% of the time. There's other options that have just way more upside repeatedly than Sam Burns. Like the top 5 market, we've got Luke Clanton, who's finished inside the top 5 like a third of his starts. We've got Matt McCarty as well, Rasmus, Justin Thomas, Max Griesemann, Frankie Kappen on the DP. These are DP world finishes as well. Sung J M finishing inside the top 5 more than Sam Burns. Tristan Hideki. Those are all names I'd probably play over Sam Burns. I like Sam Burns for the top 10 bet, leaving it at that. Yeah, I mean, I've got Rasmus top 20, so I need to find a way to leverage him. He hasn't been a profitable bet on the DP World Tour. I'm assuming the odds were pretty crappy for him. Let's actually take a look and see what kind of odds he was getting. We can pull up Euro Tour stuff, and take a look at Rasmus. We can actually just get all of this unfiltered, hit the reset filter button, and everything figures itself out. Let's type in Rasmus Højgaard. What is this saved crap over there? All right. So here's Rasmus. If we take a look at his win odds recently, 60-1, like he was all in the Euro side. He was like south of 20-1 to win these tournaments. So what is he this week? I mean, the odds are probably not as short as this. Surely not. All right. Slowly getting there. Golf. What is Rasmus's situation? I don't know why we're doing this. 50-1. A lot better. Okay. So yeah, if you're looking at his like top 20 market and stuff like that, finishing inside the top 20 quite routinely, but his odds are ridiculous on the DP World Tour side of things. So maybe we could lean into that a touch. Let's go take a look at his placement tool and see if we can maybe get a Rasmus situation. Yeah. Um, Also, I just prefer to see someone play a bit more on the PGA than I probably would lean into him as a DFS more so than a bet, you know. But we've got profitable markets on him across the board for me. Oh man, he's plus 175 for a top 20, plus 375 for a top 10. And the further backwards you go, the better he is. He's been very consistent. So if anything, I would have bet the top 40, but I'm just going to weigh it out on him right now and see what he does. Super solid golfer. Very good golfer. More talented, I think, than his brother, and has shown a bit more form on the PGA Tour, be it only one start. Maybe his brother did the same thing last year, and we kind of lost track of that. So, am I staying away from outrights this week versus? That's a great point, Darbo, because as you can see, if we go over to the bet tracker, we don't really have. That's the wrong button. So, like over here, we've only invested. Let me go. So we've only invested a couple bucks in the outright market. I got half a unit out there. We've got a full half a unit left to go. Scotty Scheffler makes it very scary. You can be betting the without Scotty Scheffler market. I don't know if that's what I want to do. I just feel like we've had such. I like the guys we're going with. And then if Scotty lands up flaking out of this tournament, then we can get the other half a unit involved. Also, I probably want to be looking at adding Justin Thomas live because all of Justin Thomas's wins have been run like out of nowhere. He's come and won that thing. But by the way, look where we're going to have to click to go find Justin Thomas's stuff. 2022 was the last time he freaking won a tournament. And at the PGA Championship, he had to shoot a 67 in the final round to get himself into the mix. Incredible stuff. Let's go to his next time he won a tournament. It was at the Players Championship. Guess what he shot in the final round? 68. Went nuts again when everyone else was shooting 69, 72, 70, 66s. JT went nutsos and got it all the way up there. So he's just one of these guys that if you find JT going into the final round a little further back, take a look here again. You know, like he actually stood away from the field in this instance at the St. Jude Invitational back in 2020. So, like, that's Justin Thomas's MO. This was back when he was playing good golf. Looks like he just held off Patrick Reed in the final round of the century. Was that a playoff? Must have been a 3-person playoff over there. And then the CJ Cup, another low, super low round in round 4 to take care of business over there. So that's kind of my philosophy this week is if he's out, I'm in on JT like late. If he's like not super close to the top of the board, I can't tell you, man. The fun thing is to bet your full unit on Justin Thomas. Oh, sorry, on the outright market. But we're just playing it conservative a little bit. We're going to lean into the matchups and the model placement bets, and hopefully that takes care of business for us, kind of getting us back on the track. Yeah, so that's going to be me, friends. I'm gassed. I appreciate every single one of you showing up. Throat hurts. Time for a sweet potato fry and a Uncrustable, because that's what I've resorted to in the world we're in. So, a plus 270 for Lucas to win last week. Ugh. Tough scene, my brother. What about this week? Easy. Oh, first round leaders. All right. Let's go. Hopefully you guys haven't left. First round leaders. I'm not going to get too into this, but let's just click on the best first round golfers, and we just go course history. I don't know how to filter on Google Sheets. Filter by values, filter by condition, filter by, is less than. Yes. Okay, let's go top 20. Top 30 in course history, just to make a couple more. All right, so Scotty Scheffler, Justin Thomas, Hideki, Nick Taylor. Maverick McNeely isn't a terrible first-round bet. I think he'd be better odds. Andrew Novak. Really like Andrew Novak. I mean, we might as well just bet him because we've got him on the card already. Andrew Novak's round 1 strokes gained 25th in the field. Not terrible. Benny On in round 1 typically plays quite nicely and has shown up over here a few times. JT Poston's always live in round 1, and Tom Hoge. Sam Burns is a round 2 and round 3 showdown guy, by the way. That's where we really like Sam. He seems to struggle to get across the mark in round 4, which explains, Jesus, I'm zoomed all the way out, yeah. Struggles to get across the mark in round 4, which explains that lack of top 5 ability. You know, he's always finding himself in the mix and then just doesn't quite get it going on. So let's do that. And then Charlie Hoffman, easy. Let's put Charlie Hoffman in there. Shout out my main man, Jim Cummings on X, who, by the way, if you're not following him, on a complete heater right now. I mean, he's just being Jim's Cummings. He's just betting incredible bets across all the different tours. So, yeah, we're going to be doing the Hoffman. We're going to be doing Novak, McNeely, Nick Taylor, Benny On. Maybe toss a sprinkle on Bud Coley. Who the heck knows? So I'll make sure I pop those in the Discord when we get there. Friends, now we're out of here. Enjoy the TGL. Go Boston Commons. Let's enjoy watching some of that nonsense. Feel better, please. I hope your throat doesn't hurt for the rest of the week like mine. We're going to be okay. We managed to get through it. Let's have ourselves a great week. Let's win some golf bets. Be nice to those around you. Love them lots. And my baby girl turned 2 months today. So not all is lost in this world. And she's not doing as bad as me and Mrs. Maniac. So everything's doing good. We'll catch you guys later. Steve, thank you so much. Darbo, thank you so much. Catch him later tonight as well. It's going to be a fun week. Let's go. Go check out the Fantasy Golf Degenerate Show. Hit the like button on the way out. Make sure you check out my Patreon if you're in the mood for that kind of stuff. I've got you covered with all the tools, all the models, all the questions, and a great little community that we're building in there right now. It's flourishing. It's been really exciting to see. So I appreciate every single one of you that's in there. I appreciate every single one of you that's not and will soon be. We'll catch you guys next week. Peace for now.